this is an okra. As you can see, there's that black ring that goes round, so that's where you need to cut the okra so that you won't get the mucilage seepage. So I'll cut a few now and I'll show you what it's like once it's done. I've cut most of the okra here already. Basically in Malay we'd say we sunat sama dia, or we kerat the bende. I've left two here so that you can compare what it's like before and after. Okay, I just cut at that black ring that goes round the neck by the stem of the okra. Okra is also known as lady's fingers in Malaysia in English, and as bende in Bahasa Melayu. Where I will blanch the okra. So I've used this colander thing. It's like a pasta thing from IKEA in the pot. It's I think 3-liter pot. So it's beginning to boil now. So I'm going to pop these okra in for 2 minutes to just blanch them very lightly. Okay, you can see now the water is boiling vigorously. So what I'll do is I'll pop in these okra. I like them to dive in so that they get covered completely.
Are you diving in there? Yeah!
Okay. Now with okra, it's important to cut them this way at the the black ring that goes around the stem. Otherwise you'll get a lot of mucilage seeping out. Malays call it lende. So then I use this fork-like thingy to give it a good stir. And I set the timer on to 2 minutes. So that's the best thing about induction cookers. They have timers with their electronic devices, so they'll giving it a stir. I'll just leave it alone, and then in 2 minutes time it'll switch off. And then since I use the plastic glove, I'll just have to lift it off.
Sponsor me.
I've added the okra into the boiling water, so I've waited for the water to come to a boil. Okay, the 2 minutes is up. The okra is nicely blanched. So the best thing of using this pasta thing is I just lift it off and drain it. It's so easy. You don't have to like individually take each one out from with you know, what do you call these, calipers, tweezers, tongs. Okay, if you're like in the mood to show off, you can give it a toss. Okay, then you just put it on this thing. The okra have been blanched and I've drained them of the water. I just lifted this out of the pot and put a basin underneath to collect any last minute drips. Now I'll just you just put it on this thing and you take it to the dining table. Ooh, the bottom is hot. Maggi seasoning. Carolina Reapers, which is the hottest chili in the world at 1.6 million Scoville units. Carolina Reaper steeped in rice, Japanese rice vinegar. Nothing else. No sugar, no salt. Here I have one small onion which I've diced, with 2 cloves of garlic which I have crushed and then minced, and I've stirred it up in this sauce. On top of the garlic and onions, I've now added scallion, what do you call it, cut scallion, and I've mixed it up with the sauce. And as I saw the sauce was insufficient, so I added some more tamarind sauce as well as the sushi seasoning to give it the quantity I require. So now, and put it with the sauce and the scallion, garlic and onion, and give it a good stir. If I happen to have chili padi, green or red, or green chili basar, I would have put in there, but I only got 3 yesterday and I've used them all up with my savory oatmeal. So I'm not going to use any chilies for this one, so it's going to be a sweet dish today. So let me cut them up and show you what it looks like after I've cut them up, and give it a good stir in the sauce with the garlic, onions and scallion. Besides the onion, garlic, scallion, I also put a little bit of cut up cilantro, coriander leaves. Okay, so I've put the cut okra in, gave it a good stir, tasted 2 pieces, and it's excellent. I'm very happy with it. So now I'm gonna enjoy my dinner, which is just before sunset at just 10 minutes or so past 7 on Tuesday, 25th of June 2019. There you go. I finished the dinner of blanched okra, and having it with these homemade mint and lemongrass infusion. Can't call it tea unless it has tea leaves in it. Now, besides making this dish, it's quite hot actually. 2 tablespoons of this California Reaper steeped in rice vinegar, Japanese rice vinegar, is quite hot. I'm all sweating, and it's really tasty. And reason why I put onions as well as garlic as well as scallion, because they're all from the allium family, and basically everything the allium family contains sulfur containing amino acids. And I like to use small onions this size, so that I use a whole onion whenever I make a dish, so I don't have half an onion withering away in the fridge. Okay, so basically onions and scallion, garlic, they're all from the allium family, and they're there because of the sulfur containing compounds. I don't know the exact metabolic pathway because I'm not a biochemist or nutritionist or dietitian, but I have it on good authority from Dr. Joel Furman as well as Dr. Michael Greger, that the sulfur containing amino acids find their way to our blood vessels, particularly our arteries, our cardiovascular system, and they help make our arteries supple and expand, so that you do not have high blood pressure. As you can imagine, if a blood vessel is constricted with a smaller volume, the pressure goes up, but if it's dilated, it has a bigger volume and the pressure goes down. This is I think Boyle's law, I mean Form 5 physics. So anyway, that's the story. And you can also make this dish with broccoli, cauliflower, and kailan. Of course, with the leafy greens, you have to be a bit more careful with timing. It's more critical because you don't want to overcook the greens and make them bitter. So that's how you make blanched okra, and why I put whatever I put inside it. Oh, one more thing. I've also got this stuff, which I haven't opened, which is Bragg's Aminos. I've had it previously, and I can tell you, as far as taste is concerned, it's very similar to Maggi seasoning or soy sauce or tamarind sauce. Okay, this stuff. So basically, I haven't opened it until one of these finishes, then I'll use it. I use a little of everything so that if they have a variety of different micronutrients, then I benefit from that, rather than just have one source and just a single source of nutrients. So diversity is key. A little bit of everything to give you all the micronutrients you need.